several years ago, I took a class where we studied women's rights, and I fell in love with Sergina Truth, who was a women's rights activist. And she wrote the book Ain't I a Woman? And in 1826, she escaped with her infant daughter for freedom up from slavery.
My woman that I picked being an influential woman in history would have been Eleanor Roosevelt. She was the President Roosevelt's wife, but she was a big champion for women's rights, for minorities, and also she served on the United Nations board. So I think she's very influential as a lady in the 1930s and the 1940s.
Hailed for her now famous admonition that the Founding Fathers remember the ladies, Abigail Adams was not only an early advocate for women's rights, she was a vital confidant and advisor to her husband, John Adams, the nation's second president. She opposed slavery and supported women's education. She was our nation's first Second Lady and our nation's second First Lady, and also the mother of our sixth president, John Quincy Adams. John and Abigail began writing letters early in his career as he was away from home often. These letters provided insight into the social and political climate of the Revolutionary War era and early national periods in our nation's history. In 1776, as her husband participated in the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia, Adams wrote her most famous letter. She urged her husband and other founding fathers to remember the ladies. She added, "Do not put such unlimited power into the hands of the husbands. Remember, all men would be tyrants if they could." Though not exactly the feminist some historians have depicted her to be, Adams was concerned with greater protection for women under the new laws, as well as access to formal education. She aligned with Judith Sargent Murray's efforts to expand women's education because Adams saw mothers as having a vital role in preparing the sons to be leaders in the new republic. In 1800, the Adams became the first family to occupy the White House after the capital moved from Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. Abigail continued writing letters after her time of service ended to leaders including Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, as well as Dolly Madison, who remained influential after her husband's death. Adams also worked for the political advancement of her son, John Quincy Adams, though she would not live to see his election as our sixth president in 1824. Abigail Adams died in 1818, a woman who truly paved the way for American women.
Michelle Obama was the first African-American First Lady in the United States. She is a writer, lawyer, advocate, and the 44th First Lady of the United States. She has advocated for service members and their families, health, education, and international girls' education. Her efforts to support these groups of people developed into 4 initiatives: the Let's Move campaign to address obesity in children, Joining Forces, a movement to support the success of service members and their families, Reaching Higher, an initiative for seeking higher education, and Let Girls Learn, an international effort to help girls gain an education. The former First Lady continues her work to help those around her. Christina Cook is a NASA astronaut and electrical engineer. She has a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and physics, along with a master's in electrical engineering. Cook set a record last month for the longest single spaceflight by a woman, totaling 328 days in space. Cook and her crew launched on March 14, 2019, and throughout their flight, they contributed towards hundreds of biology experiments, earth science, human research, technology development, and physical sciences. She has earned multiple awards and honors, such as the NASA Group Achievement Award and the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory Invention of the Year nominee. Cook is an inspiration to the future generations of women. Oprah Winfrey is an American media executive, actress, talk show host, television producer, and philanthropist. She's also the first Black female billionaire. Inspired by her rough upbringing, she started a foundation and opened a school in South Africa, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls. She launched the Oprah Winfrey Network, Oprah's Book Club, and O Magazine. In 2018, she became the first Black woman to win the Golden Globes Cecil B. DeMille Award. The Oprah Winfrey Show has aired in 140 countries around the world. She celebrated the beginning of her 20th season on national television by giving every member of the audience a brand new car. In 2013, President Barack Obama awarded her the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She's also donated more than $20 million to the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of African American History and Culture. The list of her accomplishments is never ending and forever growing.